Hello and good evening. It's Thursday. It's a thrifty Thursday without a sale and a demo for the Easy Jelly Roll quilt. I know you've all been buying a lot of jelly rolls of late, so how can we use them? So tonight I'm going to show you how to make one a little bit like the one behind me. Let's just move that across. That's better. Hello, amigo. Oh, I missed one there. And Jill and John on pole position. Hi, John. Hope you're well. I'm still suffering a little, but I've done nothing about it. So my own fault. Hello, Catherine. Nice to see you tonight. So I wonder what you've been up to today. Hello, Alison. I know I've been up to lots but nothing, if you know what I mean. Hello, Shirley. Hello, Jane. Hello, Sue. I've put a couple of posts up. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm a bit of a scruff during the day. Hello, Amanda. So I just get the tongs out and just give it. Hello, Chris. Hello, Sandra. I know. It's where it gets my tongue. It's really made an ulcer on my tongue. And I try to keep my tongue to one side, but, oh, hello, Yvonne. And I must do something about it. I really, really must. Hello, Maxine. So, yes. Oh, Vanessa, hello. It's quiet with you. That's jolly good. Hello, Jeeta. Oh, and was it your birthday? Oh, fancy having that done on your birthday. Happy birthday. Hello, Kim. Hello, Christine. Hello, Jane. Oh, it's just getting worse now. Hello, Dorothy and Jill. Martin has some pills today, and they've worked immediately. Who was that? Missed that one. Sharon, I think. Oh, Anne. Sorry. Hello, Anne. Hello, Mary. Hello, Vanessa. Hello, Linda. Jane's been getting ready for a sewing retreat. Oh, fabulous. How lovely. Lovely. Hello, Sheena. Hello, Trudy. Might have some super news, Trudy. Hello, Vanessa. Hello, Karen. Thank you. And hello, Sarah. Oh, dear. Not sure you're working. Oh, dear. Oh, thank you, Jill. I need them. Hello, Liz. I think I said hello, Sheena. And hello, Shirley. You've been in the garden tidying it up. I look at it, but I haven't done anything. Hello, Heather. Hello, Fiona. Yes, I am warm again. Hello, Pollyanne. We seem to meet in the kitchen. Hello, Sue. I'm not in the kitchen, though, but we do, don't we? Hello, Sharon. And hello. Oh, happy birthday, Gita. Yes, happy birthday. Oh, it's nice to have a birthday, but not that particular thing. Actually, the next time I'm booked in, hello, Mira, is not till the middle of June, and I thought it was May, so, but I'm going to have to make an extra one. Definitely. Thank you for the pattern, but on the screen it's upside down. Oh. Oh, I don't know why it's done that. No, not on here, on the PDF. Hello, Kathleen. And happy birthdays over here. Hello, Jean. And hello, Beverly. Hello, Jane. And another Jane. We said hello to Jane, haven't we? Oh, wow. Oh, yes. So next year is that big year, isn't it? Yes. So, definitely looking forward to that. Yes. Yeah, if you print it out, it will be the right way up, obviously. It's just one of those things, when it scans it, it happened to put it the opposite way. Otherwise, I don't know what to say. Yeah, if you save it and then print it, you can have it whichever way you like. Hello, Pat. You don't have a printer. Okay. Don't know. Answers on a postcard, please. No, not my birthday. Not until next, same year, Jill. I'm not until next February. So, are we coming on? No, we're not quite 6 months away. Yeah. Don't go too quickly. Don't go too quickly. Just back from seeing the mousetrap. Oh, lovely. I'm sure that was a great afternoon. No, I've had grandchildren. I've had... Hello, Ginny. Aha. Save it and turn it round on the PDF site, Catherine. Could you like the... yeah. Oh, lots of answers. Yeah, that's right. I was born in the same year. 1958. 1958. If you click on the dots, 3 dots. Oh, there we are. Hello, Ravina. Evening, Marion. Now, where was I looking? If you click on the 3 dots in the left-hand column, you can rotate the picture. Do it twice so it's the right way up. Well done, Vivian. I couldn't have told you that. Very good. There we go. A way of doing it. Hello, Linda. And yes, it was a very good year. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of you. That's very kind of you, Pat. I think Catherine may be able to sort it out. But if not, I'm sure that would be lovely. Yes, so what have we been doing? I've actually been working on... Oh, lovely, that's great, Heather. I've actually been working on something. You know, we've got 5 Tuesdays this month. So, in the month. So, if you're in the group Sew with Trisha, there is a 5th Tuesday. And I've been working on what we're doing. I've had it in my mind, and I managed to get about an hour this afternoon. I thought, I need to do it. And, yeah, I'm not going to give you a sneaky peek. Is this Thursday the 18th of May? It is. Today is Thursday the 18th of May. Oh, that's lovely, Catherine. I'm glad. Kirsty. Yeah, do you know what? The first time and only time I've had a massage hurt my back too, so I've never had one since. Don't know what they do. Yes, today is Thursday the 18th of May. It will be... Oh, do we not then? No, it's a Tuesday. So, the 16th, the 23rd, the 30th of May will be the 5th one. Hello, Sandra. Lovely to see you tonight. Yes, so the 30th of May will be the 5th one. And I have something up my sleeve. I've done a little bit. I might do a lot more because it's very, what would I say, satisfying. I popped the bits together and, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. And wished I could have carried on longer, but I have to stop then. Oh, Vanessa's been to a spa today and had a facial. Ugh. Ah. So we had a Turkish bath. Oh, lovely. Margaret's watching on the phone while on holiday. Oh, how nice. Thank you for joining us. So Jill had a Turkish bath and massage on holiday years ago. Yours was lovely. John felt like it had a beating. Yeah, it depends who you get, I think. I had an Indian head massage in Sri Lanka many years ago. That was lovely. So I could do that again. But when it comes to my body, probably not. Hello, Patricia. Oh, Sarah's still housebound. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I don't know what to say there, but just get that nerve untrapped. Hello, Gidget Marie. Martin, yes, I did start to say, didn't I? Hello, Jane. And, gosh, missed somebody else there. Shirley. Hello, Shirley. Martin's just had some new painkillers, and they worked within, 15 minutes. So he's feeling a lot brighter. Hello, Anne. Ah, you found us, Marilyn. Shirley had a massage in Jamaica. Yes. Ah. Mary's been out on a bike at 7:30 Road. Oh, goodness. Oh, there's Barbara. You had one too. You had bruises on your back the next day. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You just don't know beforehand, do you? That is the problem. But yeah, it sounds nice, doesn't it? I think you imagine it all just making you all relaxed and just lovely, and then sometimes it doesn't actually pan out like that. So, what I've been working on, yes, oh right, yeah, that was after I got married as well in Sri Lanka. Yeah. Hello Bev, nice to see you tonight. So, yeah, I haven't felt tired today, but I think it's just creeping up on me now. I need a good night's sleep. Oh, Jenny's saying, what's Jenny doing? Jack and I are having fun with, oh, are you? Jack seems to get in everybody's lives these days, doesn't he? Evening, Carolyn. But he's a good friend to have. Hello, Sharon. Yeah, that's usually me. Can't find my iPad because the boys have had it. Ooh, and Marilyn's going to Ragdale Hall in July. How nice will that be? Yes, yes. That will be surely nice and relaxing. And you can choose whatever you want to have the pleasure of somebody with your manipulating your appendages, your arms, your legs, your feet, whatever. And I'm sure it'll be lovely. Yes, so today has been one thing and another. Tell you what I did see when I went to the chemist. There were children in there, small children, screaming, absolutely full. I should have gone later or a lot earlier, but I had a little bit of dog duties to do today as well. So I've been in and out, here, there, and sort of everywhere, post office, all places. And I even saw the mum slap the child. I thought, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. There we go. I thought that was outlawed these days, but it happened, and I was somewhat gobsmacked. But the words coming out of the mouth, I shouldn't be thinking that, but I just thought, oh, poor child, never mind. Catherine hates being fiddled about with, even the hairdressers. Ah, yes. I know what you mean, perhaps I would, but you're supposed to relax, aren't you? But perhaps I didn't relax, and that's why it hurt my back. But there we go, that was one thing, and I haven't done it again. You learn by your mistakes, don't you? Yes, so I put a couple of posts up saying how time flies, doesn't it just? But the subscription boxes will be going out tomorrow. So anybody that was in two minds, shall I, shan't I, they're still up on the website, so I can get them all posted out together. I know there's some people have had wanted some additional bits, which I can do. So I think I've got somebody to respond to. Can't remember who, but yeah, almost. Some have been packed up already. Good evening, Jean. Yes. Depends how. Yes, I sometimes when I lay in bed I think relax, and I can relax that little bit more when I think I'm relaxed. But it's strange, isn't it? Yes. So the subscription boxes are still there. Tomorrow night, as you know, I have it here. We shall be making one of these. Good evening, Glynis. Which is made with piping cord and scraps of fabric. And I know I have done it before quite some while ago. But get your scraps, your long pieces. Even when you're trimming an edge, I tend to keep those pieces because we use them when we're making these. So that's for tomorrow night, 6:30, and here on the So Totally Trisha page. Christine's granddaughter gives her a gentle massage. Yes. How nice is that? Good. You're looking forward to making the coaster. Well, it might just, for those that have done them before, I'll just go into the coaster, but you can make them into bowls as well. So, I might just, well, it depends how we get on. I might be able to show you how to make a bowl as well, because they are quite addictive. Jane's going to have an aquathermal journey at their local spa. Lovely. Now that sounds good, doesn't it? In water, I imagine. And warm water, I imagine. Very, very nice. Hello, Anne. Lovely to see you tonight. So, yes, what we're going to make is behind me. So it's made from jelly roll strips, and these were a few. It just shows how far a jelly roll will go, because these were a few strips left over from something else. Oh, Trudy loves making rope bowls. Yeah, they're great fun. They really are. Any sort of size you carry on as long as you like. Come to Malvern Show. Oh, thank you, Fiona. Now, what have I got Sunday? Yeah, it depends how I've got the grandchildren overnight. And it depends, because I was thinking, you know, it's basically, I've got grandchildren pickups tomorrow, which takes that out of Friday. A Friday I can't do. And Saturday I've got the mid-afternoon through till Sunday morning. But if things change, you never know. And I'm sure if I did arrive, you would recognise me. I may not recognise you, but I'm sure we would meet, and you would make yourself known. I will get somewhere at some point, but I don't know. Even though I've sort of gained a little bit of time, it's sort of seems to have been taken up as well. Ah, you bought some rope. I've not made one yet. Depends how thick your rope is, Jane. I use piping cord, and between a 4 and 5 mil. It can be made with rope, and I've tried it myself, but you have to be a little bit careful because of the stitching. You don't want to break a few needles. Hello, Aurora. Whereas the piping cord between a 4 and a 5 mil isn't too bad. Oh, poor Pat. If you're quite local, that really isn't fair. Unless there's any coaches that are going that you might be able to find. So, shall we start? I shall go to the Festival of Quilts, most definitely. That is the one that I do tend to make. Definitely that I shall be doing. I make arrangements. So, yes, put the festival again. Yeah, we'll meet there. I met quite a few of you last year at the Festival of Quilts, so I shall do that. Don't know which day I should be going as yet. I'm just looking. Hello, Josie. Jane's got 2 of the grandchildren staying tonight until Monday. Oh, my goodness. It is lovely to have them, but don't they wear you out? Oh, they really do. They really do. But, yes, love seeing them. I wouldn't have it any other way, really. So, yes. So, I've got the quilt behind me, the jelly roll quilt. And, actually, when you see, let me just see if I turn it up a little bit. The bigger it is, the more it looks a little bit wavy because of where those creamy stripes, oh, I'm sure you did, Pollyann, they sort of make it look as though it's a little bit curved. But mine is not as big as I want it to be. I don't know that I've got any more of that fabric left, but it will be as big as it is. However, the one I'm doing now, macrame rope. Right, macrame rope. Yeah, that comes in different widths, so doesn't it? I don't really know until when you see what I'm using, you'll be able to see whether should be okay, because that is softish. But as I say, it depends how thick it is, and you just have to give it a go. Very, very. Do you know, Sheena? When I was putting, when I was uploading the file for tonight, I just counted up, and I thought that, and I thought of you, because you'd put how many projects there were last month, and I thought, gosh, we've done it again, haven't we? And there'll be more to come. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Perhaps shall I put the price up? No, I am joking. I am absolutely joking. But no, you may as well have as much benefit as you can. And so just a little punt. Yes, absolutely. The Sew with Trisha group. Hello, Jack. If you're not already in it, it's the subscription group that is £5 a month. And as Sheena's already pointed out, there's 7 different PDF projects already in the group. And we are just over halfway through May. And as I say, what we've got to come is next week it's the new mini quilt. Should have been working on that really, shouldn't I? So next week is the mini quilt where there'll be a PDF. And the following week, what I have that I'm doing now, there'll be a PDF with that. So, oh my goodness, that's at least 9. And who knows what I should be doing in between time. So, as a lot of people have said, it is very good, extremely good value for money at £5 a month or £55 for the year. So you save a little bit there. And the other thing on the last, so I shall probably, that's the third, on the 31st, which is a Wednesday, I shall do the monthly fabric bundle giveaway. Now already 4 people have won that. So one lucky, oh bless you all, one lucky member will win the next fabric bundle giveaway on the 31st of May. So that's another thing that, okay, it is only one person, but you will have to be in it to win it. So you can sign up on the website. It is there. Oh gosh, there's some. Blimey, somebody's sending me a message in from above. No, not from up in the sky, but just at the top of my screen. So I can't answer that at the moment. Perhaps he's watching now. Hello, Christine. Chris. Yes. Oh, you're loving all the inspirational sessions and hints and tips. Jolly good. Jolly good, and thank you, Pat. No, there's no impending price increase anyway, so no worries there. And I know a lot of you, Pollyanna, oh yes, yes. And the other thing, which I still haven't organised, there is that amazing giveaway that I am going to do. I said the end of June. It won't be the end of June now. But if you were watching probably 6 weeks ago, I have a Bernina overlocker, brand new, still in the box, which is going to be a giveaway. And again, one lucky member, you can get the month's patterns, Janice, if you sign up now. So you get all the patterns within this month, of which Sheena's already pointed out there's 7 already. But the patterns for the month actually are removed at the end of the month. The only thing which does say there are some free PDFs in there already, which will be there, which will remain there. Hello, Nikki. And also the block of the month that we did, not this Tuesday just gone, the one before, all of those PDF files are still there. So because it's over a 12-month period, I just felt it'd be a little bit mean for anybody coming in. I don't make money, Fiona. I don't. You know, it's just one of those things. Well, I perhaps make a minimal amount, but I always say, as long as you've got enough, I like you to enjoy great quality fabrics. I like you to enjoy sewing, and my satisfaction sounds corny, but knowing that you enjoy it, that you're making things that you never believed you could, hello Lorraine, that you never believed you would make, and that is my satisfaction. You know, in this world, money isn't everything. It helps, and, you know, there's enough. I shall never be a millionaire, I know that now, but the reason for the Bernina overlocker is I have 2. I don't need a third one. As much as I looked at it and thought, oh, this is lovely, I thought, I don't need it. Why not let somebody else enjoy the benefits? So the minimal organisation that I've done regarding that is to say, oh, thank you, Jeeta, that each member of the group will get a ticket, their name in it, for each month they've been in the group. So the longer you've been in the group, the more tickets you will get, one for each month. So that's why I need to actually put a post up there, just to encourage people to join the group. And it's not encouraging it for the sake of it, but I know you'll enjoy. Oh, hello, Jill. Ah, Vanessa's a groupie. She is indeed. You did your friendship. Oh, jolly good. The line in calendar where we said we're going to need bigger buns. What do you need bigger, Elaine? Bigger files. I know. I shall have to come up with some project for a file holder, can't you? Your first project from you was a denim tote bag made with French seams. Oh, that's lovely, Kirsty. Oh, that's lovely to hear that. And I know, Jill loves being a Trishette. Jolly good. I hope John does as well. I'm sure he does. Don't you, John? Yes. Lost my thread there. What was I thinking? Oh, never mind. It'll come back at some point. Anyhow, shall we get on? Because this time, I've made it in a different colourway. And we were talking about black before, weren't we? So, yes, a file holder, yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, hopefully tonight he won't need his dancing skirt out. But, yes, sometimes I'm just I sit here 10 minutes before and I think, oh, I'm ready to go. Shall I go on early? And then I've forgotten to do something. All your folders are bursting at the seams. Well, I never. Yeah, I keep thinking different folders, so I'll think something up. So, how do you fancy a little bit of black? So here is your block. Now, can you see where that would go? So I have one there, and I do have another one here. Oh, Sandra's not a member yet. Oh, that would be lovely, Sandra. So you can see this one here. We have horizontal bits, and next to it, we have, or let's do above it, we have vertical bits. And that is how it works. The colours are a little bit different, aren't they? So these are Macawa from the henna range. So you can see I've been playing with quite a few. So we've got some made up. But I tell you, it is so easy. Yeah, bright colours against black. That's what I thought. I went into my studio. It does, doesn't it? And I thought, what colour am I going to go with it? You're going to, oh, bless you. It will be lovely to have you there. As I say, you can either, to join up, you can either go onto the website to join, and there is just join Sew with Trisha, if you just search for that. But that's just for the first payment. Or you can go, if you do your online banking, you can go online and make a first payment of £5. And it's usually instant, and then request to join Sew with Trisha. Oh, thank you, Jill. And then I will be looking at that, and I will approve you, and you can go straight into the group, have a look what everybody's been doing, and also download the PDFs, save the PDFs, print the PDFs, so that you've got them for as long as you like, and use them as much as you like. And if you like any of the projects and want to make money from them, absolutely do. So, after making your first payment, if you could set a standing order up, so not a direct debit, but a standing order, for £5 per month on the first of the month, or if you want to do the annual subscription, which I say is £55, you can make that payment. And I've got a whole list of all the members, and I know them. Yeah, absolutely can do that, Mary. If anybody would like to join for the month, have a look to see what we do. It's basically every Tuesday evening at 6:30 when the demos are in the group. Then on a Thursday, there's a Thrifty Thursday, where with Thrifty Thursdays, if it's a fabrics Thrifty Thursday, all members get a free long quarter of fabric. And then if they're on the Friday, if I do a project and I do a PDF, that will be put into the group as well. So rather than have to, I mean, some people will be able to work out how to do this and measurements, but it's nice to have it all written down for you rather than you have to do that. So there's always a PDF with measurements, etc. For those that are members. So it would be lovely to have, oh yeah, Thrifty Thursday with lovely Martin. He loves it. Well, he says he does. You have a pastel jelly roll, with the black be too much? Perhaps do it with navy, or red would be nice, you know, or pick one of the colours of the pastel and go for a darker shade, whichever's your favourite. Okay. So, now what I did, and I haven't made the whole quilt up, I've just done those, and I'll show you how you join the strips. So, I just cut myself some 2.5 inch wide widths of fabric, so which is what a jelly roll strip is. So you can either take your two fabrics, we're going to do them all right sides together, and I'm going to do just a couple, and then stitch down one long edge with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and you can do that with the whole width of fabric. However, because we're going to place two different strips, whatever they might be, two different strips together, what I did, I cut my strips in half. So, which shows you can actually make this with fat quarters if you want to. So if you've got fat quarters, you can cut one of the longest edge, the 20 inch edge, and yes, it would be 20 by about 20, 21. You could cut one strip. So I've cut my jelly roll strips in half so that I can have more combinations of different colours, and then I've got a good mix of colours all over the quilt. So you can either do that so that you've got two from one strip, or just do the whole length of the whole width of fabric in one. But then you will have you will get about, what will you get, no, not 14, you will get 3.5, 7, 3, 6, no, 12. You'll get 12 of the same two colours for making your quilt. Whereas if you cut them in half, you will have more colour combinations. You'll have, instead of 12 of the same, you'll have 6 of one and 6 of another. So you have the same amount of these four rectangles together, but like I've got two the same there, they're in a different position, but that was my lack of the number of jelly roll strips. So you could do it scrappy if you would like to. So I'm going to dip the camera down just to see what we're going to do to start off with, and I am going to I've just got a couple of strips, because who wants to watch the needle going up and down, up and down? So I've got my fabrics. Now what I'm going to do, actually, because I've cut mine in half, it means I've got two straight edges and I've got two selve edges. So I'm going to put my straight edges together, because that way I'm going to get the best. Now I've just remembered I haven't got, or have I? No, you see, I'm going to have to nip off because I haven't got my rotary cutter here. Never mind. So I've lined those up, right sides together, raw edges, totally aligned. I am using a short stitch length, as I like to do when I'm doing patchwork, to give me a good strong seam. And we will just stitch the whole way down this edge. If you've got a patchwork foot, either with a guide or without, it's great, and will give you a nice or a thoroughly perfect 1/4 inch seam allowance. If, like I always used to do, if you keep your standard foot on but can move, let's just just do this. But if you can move your needle position, there we go. If you can move it to 5.5, that will give you a 1/4 inch seam allowance with your standard foot. So I've got another 2 colour combinations here. And I'm going to put those right sides together as well. So 1, 2. And we will just stitch down this long side as well. Now I don't know if you can see my hand here. I like to hold my finger against the edge of the fabric just to allow these raw edges to just pass. I'm not pressing down on it, but it keeps the fabric straight so that I get, see, I've got my fingers splayed across it, and it allows me to get a nice straight seam of a 1/4 inch the whole way down. So we'll just get to the end of this one, like so, and I'm just going to pop in my iron, because, let's have a look, just turn that on, and we're going to then press these seams. So let's get the pressing mat out, and we're just going to press these seams to one side, together, but to one side. Not crucially, I'm back. I disappeared for a minute there. And I haven't got my little ruler. Right. I've just picked my rotary cutter up because I'd forgotten it. So, here we have our strip, which is now nicely joined. And all we're going to do is set the seam. So we're ironing along the seam, and then I'm just going to open it out. And I like to use the side of my iron so that I can get that fully opened out and give me a nice, let's just press down here as well, will give me a nice straight line down the middle, so round and round. And by setting the seam, first of all, it does allow the fabric, or firstly the stitches sink into the fabric. You can see how nice and straight that is, but also it opens out much better. So when I'm pressing, it opens the seam out. It just, I don't know why, whether it's the heat, but I'm just going to stand up to do this a little bit sideways, it's easier. So when it opens up, it just lies flat, and allows you to press that seam completely open and not iron any pleats into that. Let's just pull that down here, because what we don't want to do, we want to make sure that seam is completely open so that we get the perfect width that we need along here. Because if your 1/4 inch seam allowance is the same the whole way down, then you will have exactly the width that these should be. These should be 4.5 inches wide now, because we've put 2 strips together. So let's have a look. So now either do these one at a time, or if you're feeling, let's put this around the same way so that we can, if you're feeling adventurous, you could lay 2 together like this and make sure they line up. We will trim off that end so that that's perfect, and we will just cut these into 3.5 inch increments. Now, can we see here? We can. Okay, so let's just move this over here. That's it, because I'm standing to the side. So to start off with, I'm going to, actually we'll just do one at a time. It is a little, when I've got more space, it is easier to put two together, whereas at the moment I'm limited on space, and what I'm going to do, I am lining up one of the horizontals with the seam. So I'm looking for this to be 3.5, but because I want to trim a little bit, I've just put it a little bit over the 3.5. So I'm just going to press down on there and cut. Just move that away. Then this is the very first one. Swivel it around and then line up the 3.5 inch marking. Whoops, let's just bring that down there. So I've got the 3.5 with the cut edge that I've just done, and then I've got a horizontal going across my seam allowance, and then I know that is a perfect 3.5 inch slice. So we can take that away. So I'll just cut the rest of these. I have got some others already cut, so I'll do exactly the same again. Line that 3.5 along that edge and cut, and a little bit heavier on where the seam is, and again let's look for that 3.5 and press down. It's better not having your cutting mat on the pressing mat because it sort of sinks into it and is not the easiest. It's better to have it on a hard surface, and then you can get the 3.5, or you can get your cutting done a lot better. So there's a 3.5 there. So you can see it is quite economical, because you do get, let's just line that up nicely, you do get an exact number with very little wastage of pieces. Can you see I've only got that little bit left over there as scrap, and then I've got all my little pieces there together. So let's pop that out of the way, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we've got 5 from there. So I have got a few more here. So these are some others that I've got to put together. So although these are all the same, all I'm going to do is put some together. Now, what I do like to do, I like my seams to nest. So I can see that seam's going that way, and I will just move this around. Oh, they're both. So I'll do it like that, but I don't, it wouldn't matter. I've got 2 dark ones together. It's going to be different, whatever I decide to put together with. But let's have a look. So you just pick what you would like, and let's see, the seam's going that way. So let's swivel it that way. That might be quite nice, like so. So when I pop those together, I can see that I can nest those seams. So I'm just going to push those together, and what should happen is that will fit perfectly. So if you like to pin, by all means pin. Let's just pick another one up. Let's have one of these, see which way those seams, yeah, they're going in opposite directions, so we'll pop that like so. And I don't tend to, because the fabric, the design is very busy and brightly coloured, I don't think too much about what colours I'm putting with what. They all work together. So we'll just pop those for you. I have got lots more, but we nest our seams in the middle, and then we're going to stitch down this seam like so. So I'll just do these 2. Now sometimes it might be like this one with a little bit out. I've nested the seam, but it wasn't quite exact. But when we do the next piece, I think that one matches perfectly. But if it doesn't, we can adjust that within when we put our next little strips on. So just pull that pin out. There we go. Now I must say, I was watching the TV today, and I did hear somebody say that they sew over. The question was asked, do you sew over your pins or do you take them out? And they sew over their pins. Now, for those of you that have been here a long time or watched for a long time, you will know that Trisha does not sew over her pins. And the reason I don't is because a friend of mine did just that, and she not only broke the needle, that's the minimal thing that can happen, but she actually broke the unit above, so the mechanism wouldn't work either, and it cost her to have it fixed. So the easier option is not to sew over your pins. Pins can be very fine, and you can be very lucky and you miss the pins, the needle goes over them, but you can be unlucky and it hits the pin. And as I say, the least it can do is break your needle, which okay is no big deal, but it could knock the mechanism out, it could break part of the system where the needle is held. So I would just take my pins out as I go. So as you saw there, I was just pressing, so I'm setting that seam, lift it up, I push into the intersection and just smooth along that seam. So I've got just got two blocks there. I have got a lot more made, but let's just go that way. There we are. So they do look quite pretty, don't they? So the next step that we're going to do with these, so that was quite straightforward in itself, wasn't it? So now we have the black edges, and if you haven't already worked out this length along here, well, you can see it's a rectangle. That's short, that's long. We want to make it into a square, which is why we can fit this together beautifully. Squares match beautifully. So what we have now, for each block, we want to put, I'll pop that there, a long strip, whoops, on both sides of our block. We have the block in the middle, we have a long black strip. This strip is 1.5 inches wide and 6.5 inches long. So all we do now, I like to line up, because it's closest to me, the bottom edge, and then take that to the top, and you can see that fits that perfectly. And then align these raw edges at the side, take it to the machine, and stitch down this side. So down we go to the bottom there. Now if I've got lots of these 4 patches already made, I would just put the next one under and the next and the next. So I've put a strip on one side of all of the blocks, and then I would go back and that's it. Oh, I pressed that the wrong way. There we are, opened that up. So I'm just making sure that that seam allowance is going in the same direction. I don't want it to flip up. And then, so I'd come back, and then I would put the second strip on the opposite side. And again, that fits there perfectly. So if it doesn't fit perfectly, you want to make it fit. You don't want to have a piece hanging over the edge. You know, you don't want that sort of thing where it's not matched up. So if it's easier to match up that top edge first, because then when you start stitching, which is what I quite often do, let's make sure it's going right, and then down at this end, I make sure that lines up perfectly there, and then just pull it taut, and you know that is going to fit like so. So there is one. So I've got that one done. We'll take our other one now, and what we can see here, this one is out just a tiny bit, but if I line that up at that edge and take that up to the top there, so there's a tiny bit out, so I'll move that up to the top so that it lines up there under my needle, start sewing, and then just make sure at this end that fits perfectly down here, and my raw edges are aligned at the side, and that looks perfect to me. And then one more here. So again, if you want to line up that top, and it should So then I put it under the machine, do a few stitches, and then just pull this down so that that fits at the bottom, and that fits perfectly. And then also align this edge here, make sure that the colour fabrics are all aligned at that edge. And there we have our 2 blocks. So then we get our pressing mat out again. So again, let's just dip that down, get that out. Oh, I've twisted that. Now, can you see how I've twisted the seam here? Which was very naughty of, but what I do, rather than unpick my seam, I'm just going to clip that little bit so that I can push that down to lay flat. I could feel that happening. Okay, I should unpick the whole seam, but I've just clipped it and now that lays flat. So turn it over to the right side, and then we are going to, so you can see a little bit better. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. There we go. So I'm going to set the seam here, open it up, and push the side of my iron along there, and the same with the other side. Set the seam, push the side of the iron, and now this should measure 6.5 inches square. So we'll pop that one over there, do the same again, set the seam, pull it open, set the seam, push it back, and there we have another one too. So those should be identical in size. Let's see if we dare. So there we go. There we go. There's the tiniest little bit there. But when we stitch this together, that will fit perfectly. So we've basically made our block now. Okay, Jane. And let's see if we can, they are large, so we won't be able to see the full effect. But what we're going to do, let's just bring that back a little bit higher, just so that we can get as many as we can on here. So I have got a fair few made, and all we're going to do, we are going to alternate the direction. So here, my block is going horizontally. So the one next to it, I'm going to choose one that I have with lots of different fabrics. Oh no, I've got that same there, haven't I? So we won't do that one. So we might do, no, I've got that one there. So this is where we get a little bit fussy. There we are. So this one next to it, my stripes, my block is going horizontally. The one above, let's have a look here. Well, that looks similar. That one will be there. Right. So, oh no, let's put one of these. There we go. So the one above it is going to go horizontally. The one over here is going to go, well, I'm just trying to find something a little bit different. Oh, there we are. So this one is going to go vertically, and then the one here is going to go vertically, and the one here is going to go, let's see what we have. There we have, oh, I haven't got much of a selection there. So that one, so you can see how that, because of our strips, ooh, I don't know what that was, a little fly. Because of our strips, it's making it weave in and out, and they come together here. So having got them into rows, I would then stitch my rows together. So let me just move that a little bit that way, see if I can do, well, that one's a bit different, so let's do that one there. So I've gone horizontal, vertical, horizontal, And let's just see if there's another one here. No, that's got a bit of green. I've got too many. I've got lots more that I could make up, but I want to try and just put some different. So we'll do that one vertically like that. So what we then find, no, perhaps I'll do it, I could do it 3 by 3, couldn't I? So I've got 3 along here. I have got 3, I'm going to put that one near the top there. And the one here, let's see if we've got anything a little bit different there. 1, 2, 3, yeah, no, we've got that one, but they're all very pretty. So I'm going to do it 3 by 3. So like we usually do, I like to join it all in one piece. So I'm going to, because I haven't got the space, I'm just going to lay them one on top of each other. So I know the one at the bottom is the far right. Bottom, bottom, top, middle, top. Whoops. There we go. So let's just keep these. So there's my bottom, that's my middle. That's my middle. So, and that is my bottom. I'll put that over there. For this one, I'm just going to join them together. So there's that one, followed by that one, followed by that one. So we'll put right sides together and bring that in just a little bit. There we are. So I've got right sides together. These should fit perfectly. So it's that bit in the middle that might be a little bit too long. So if we line it up, if it is a little bit too long, leave a little bit at each end rather than have a whole bulk in the middle. So this will be where the 4 patch, I know it's not a square 4 patch. Whoops, I'm not lining that up very well, am I? There we go. That one comes down like so. And then we will just open that out and then just make sure that the next one is coming along to it, and that one is right sides together like so, and you can see that one, so that just fits perfectly. Now you have no seams to match. My seams are here, but we're going on to a straight piece with no seams to match, so it's just a case of straight under the machine. Make sure those seam allowances don't flip up. And there is our top row. So we've got 3 in a row there, and it looks different already, doesn't it? So I'm going to set that one out of the way, and then we'll go on to our middle row. So there's the left, there's the middle, and there's the right. So again, we're going to put right sides together like so, and that should fit down there perfectly as well. So pop that on there and just give that a little pull down so that fits neatly. Oh, I can see what I've done there. There's a little seam allowance which is not quite 1/4 inch. So if your seam allowance is not quite accurate, that's when it's not going to fit. So I've got 1, 2, 3 right sides together, and that one fits like so. So let's just pull that under there, and that one is fitting nicely, making sure those raw edges still align all the way down. So there we have. So this one now should be opposite to this one. Let's just pop that under there. So you can see there I've got horizontal, vertical, horizontal, and then below the horizontal I've got vertical. So that all fits. It's working fine. And then we've just got our last 3 here. So that one's the top, that one's the middle, and the right. So right sides together, and just hold the seam that you are going to be stitching. So we'll just line that there and just pull that down to that side. So again, once I've started stitching, I will just align that bottom edge to make sure that fits perfectly. And then the last one here, right sides together, like so. And that aligns down there. So straight under there, and then just align that at the bottom so that this one is going to fit also. So just hold that down so so we have our 3 rows. So when we're going to be pressing our seams, so let's just do this one. So this is the bottom seam, and I'm going to press, I can see they want to go actually. So these seams are telling me they want to go inwards. So as this is the bottom row, I'm going to press these inwards. The next ones I'm going to press outwards. So I'm pressing it towards, there we go, pressing it towards that centre block. So I'm just going to gently do that, and then I'm going to press from the top, because I just want to make sure I'm not pressing a pleat in there. So, right, that is pressed nicely. Looks a bit strange at the minute, but that is fine. So those went outwards. No, those ones went inwards. So I want these ones to go outwards. Now can you see how that's what they are doing all automatically? They are saying I want to be pressed outwards. So that is what I'm doing. And I just like to pull that outer one just so it opens that seam up, and then again we can flip it to the other side, to the right side, and then just pull at one end just to make it taut, not stretched, but just so that we know that seam is being fully opened, and then it is going to fit together perfectly. So that is our, and then we just go to the top one, and again, can you see how they're going inwards, which is exactly the way we want them to go. So we'll push that one inwards, and that one as well. Then when we come to stitching the 3 rows together, we will be able to nest those seams. Okay, there we go. So there is our top row, and let's just pop that just there. So we have our top row, and we will take our middle row, and we can check again that the, just pop that under there, that these still match. So we have horizontal, we have vertical, so that's correct. So we're going to flip that one, and then we're going to stitch along here. So what I would do is find my nesting seams here. Now I can see that one is a little bit longer, but I'm going to make that fit. So I'm going to nest that seam where it comes together, and that fits perfectly across there. So I'm going to take that to the machine. We can pop a pin at that point if you want to. I'm just moving that across so that fits there nicely. We've gone across the nesting, and then here I've got another seam that is going to nest. So I'm going to nest that with my fingers, and I can feel that is nesting now. No, I can't. I'm going to nest it in the air, and we can put a pin there just to hold that. So I'm pinning through the seam, and then I can just pull that taut and align that raw edge there, and then stitch across. So that is fitting in there beautifully. Just before I get to the pin, I am going to pull that out, and I did, and then just pull that across so that those raw edges align. And stitch. So there we have those. Let's just pop those under there. Don't know which is my middle now and which isn't, but we can check. So that is wrong where I'm putting it now. Can you see the verticals are in line and the horizontals? So this must go up this end. So because I've forgotten which was my middle, so that is correct. It's looking rather pretty, isn't it? So this is horizontal, that's vertical. So we're now going to put right sides together here. Okay, and then I'm going to nest my seam here, and I can see one is going one way and one the other. Difficult to see in black, but we'll nest that and we'll put a pin in it. It is always good to put a pin in it, and then align that at that end, and I'm going to start stitching just so that my fabric is anchored under my needle, and then I can just give that a little pull just so that those edges align, and we will stitch up to the pin and just into that seam allowance, and then we're looking at the next nesting, and that one's going that way and that one's going that way. So I'm just going to pull that together. I'm feeling it. If you just roll it along, I say because it's black, it is not the easiest to see. So let's just, there we are, I've nested that, I can feel it, and I'm going to pin it. And then again, I'm just going to pull that taut so that the fabric fits along here, because we know that when we cut our strips, they were exactly the right length. So that will fit. And then our last one along here, we'll just pull that to match at the end, and also just align those edges there and stitch across. So we can get the iron back on, because we do need to just press those seams as well. And we can, let's go from this side here. So again, we don't want any of these seams sort of kinking or going in the wrong direction. So, and it doesn't matter which way, as long as they're going along with our nesting. So this one, we will press these out. That really wanted to go the other way, but obviously the seams that we've just sewn all need to go in the same direction. So I've chosen that it goes outwards, and we'll press again on the other side, and then this one will go outwards as well. So just press along there, and as I say, with more space it will be easier. So probably for something this big on an ironing board is much better, but I'm just doing it on one of the pressing mats and just moving it around so that I can get that. So let's just give that a nice thorough press around those nested points, and a nice bit of circular motion for doing that. And we'll go here and there and there, and I think we have done. So as simple as you see. Whoops. So I unthreaded my needle, but I don't need it anymore. There is, that's just 9 squares together. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to hang it on the one above. Oh, goodness, doesn't time fly? I said we'd be finished at 7:30, but, whoops, there we go. There we go. Oh, pretty rubbish with this thing tonight, but there we go. I'm up a bit. Up a bit. Oh, no, decided it's just going to keep dropping. Oops, no, it's this bit here. Let me just, there we go. Nope, this bit here. Oops. There we go. Why is that just, oh, that's better. Right. There. So there is that one. And what I'll do is I will just put this one on here so that you can see the black colourway. Probably in totally the wrong position, but there. Oh my goodness, what a difference. What a difference that makes, doesn't it? You lost quite a bit of connection. Ah, but look. And that's quite good. Yeah, isn't it just? So imagine that even bigger. Oh, you've got a couple of tilde ones. Yes. What I would choose, I mean, that black really makes it look dramatic, doesn't it? Navy would be quite good as well. But boy, oh, Aurora loves the colours. Yeah. Okay, and Sandra enjoyed that as well. And another Sandra as well. Yeah, so it's just all down to your own individual taste. What I might do is pop some fabrics together. If you like that colour combination, I'll pop some of those together, and I will do them. Yes, it really does. Yeah, I would probably, yeah, I would probably put another bit of, I put a small black border, then I would put some of these scrappy, perhaps squares of, and then finish it off with a black border as well, and it would really frame it, wouldn't it? Yes, but how simple was that? How simple. So, as I said, it was jelly roll strips, so 2.5 inch wide widths of fabric, or use your fat quarters. It was cut them into 3.5 inch segments, sew 2 lots together, and then border the sides with a 1.5 by 6.5 inch strip, and that will create the square. So no way does it look as though that is made with squares, does it? So yeah, it has come. Would you do them as a jelly roll? Would I do them as a jelly roll? Yes, I do have the fabric. I'll put some fabrics together for you. Oh no, they don't do these as a jelly roll. They don't do them. No, it's purely on the bolt. So what I would do some sets of long quarters so that you can cut the strips that you like, and you know, so you choose which colour fabrics that you want to go together. But I would perhaps put 10 long quarters in a, oh, yes, somebody's just joined us. That's lovely. So somebody, Miss or Mrs. Dodd, if you'd like to request to join, if you haven't done so already, and I'll approve you straight away. So lovely, another member with the Sew with Trisha group. And as you'll notice when you get in the group, there is a PDF which tells you all the measurements and how to go about it. So, yes, if I, so no, this doesn't come in a jelly roll, but I will put some sets of these fabrics together with some black as well, and you'll be able to go from there. Okay, so I can tell that you thoroughly enjoyed tonight. I've enjoyed it too, and the colours most certainly stand out using that black. And it's good to be able to, all getting dry now, it's good to be able to see the difference with pastel colours or vibrant colours as well. So, your mind's working overtime, Kirsty. Okay, so I know my dinner's ready now. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. I have, oh, batiks would look good as well. Yep, I've got batiks and I could put some of those together, most definitely. So, as I say, take care of yourselves. I will see you tomorrow evening, and I put that down and I can't see it. There it is. On the So Totally Trisha page, and we will be making the rope coaster or the piping cord coaster. 6:30 on this page, and I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening and take care of yourselves. Enjoy tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.